in Pittsburg, Kansas, it's time for the Mystery Hour. Here's your host, Mystery Jeff Houghton!
Yeah! How are you guys doing? Thank you, but I was talking to the people at home. We are so excited. This show is in Pittsburg, Kansas. We crossed the border. Decided if you're going to do a show outside of Springfield, you've got to go to Pittsburg, Kansas. Come on. Come on. Hey, we have a great show for you guys tonight. Bill Cott is here from Wizards of Waverly Place, The Ringer, This Is Us, all kinds of things. You know him, you love him. We also have the music of the Norman Jackson Band, high energy. And a while back, someone just gave us money and told us to give it away. So we kept most of it, just kidding. We gave it away, and we made a little video about it. Check it out. We are right outside of Pittsburgh on the border between Kansas and Missouri. And what we're going to do is I am going to pretend like my car is broken down, and then the first person that comes to help me, I'm going to surprise them with $1,000 in cash. Missing out on $1,000, those guys. Oh, I'm so sad. No one's gonna, oh, okay. This stupid thing. Carburetor fell out of the transmission. Did that car turn around? He just honked and waved. If you got a big truck, you probably know how to help me. Oh! Chuck, this is your cousin, Marvin. Marvin Berry. Listen to this. That's from Back to the Future. Maybe I'll try to get sexy. Oh, look at this. Oh! Someone's coming. Hey. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. Yeah, so I can't get it to turn over, so maybe it's the battery. I don't know.
Will it click at all?
Yeah, it does like a click, 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 click. So to be honest, nothing broke down. But we did this to see who might stop and then give them $1,000. So here you go. This is yours.
Are you serious?
How might you spend $1,000?
Well, anytime I get money, it usually goes to the wife, so you probably have to ask her. Something told me to stop.
That's wonderful. Here's David, my Good Samaritan, and his reward for being a Good Samaritan is a lot of good Benjamins.
Yes, 10 of them.
10 good Benjamins. That was fun. I will say that took us a very long time and we were about to give up. And then he pulled up, and then I had the money in my jacket pocket, but you could tell I took my jacket off and put it in the car. So I was like, yeah, it's not really working. He's like, you want to start it? And I was like, yeah, just a second. And then I'm like rummaging around in the car, and I was like, I am scaring this man so much. And then I gave him a cool grand. You know, I am so wealthy. Let's do things I've noticed.
These things I've noticed. These things I've noticed. Yeah.
Yeah.
These things I've noticed. These things I've noticed. Yeah.
Yeah.
During the animation, I flipped my pen, it bounced off of the desk, and I caught it again. The greatest athletic achievement of my life. All right, here we go. I've noticed that it is harder to build a canoe from scratch than it is to build a human. Doesn't seem right. I've noticed that I'm sick of how divisive KFC is, always asking me to pick a side. I've noticed that one of my favorite things in the world to do is unsubscribe to email lists. Don't do that to ours, though, not to ours. I've noticed that it's not the size of the duck in the fight, it's the size of the dog. Why would you bring a duck to a dog fight? I've noticed that if you want to create a smile with a keyboard, type right parentheses. If you want to create a smile with me, stay the hell away from my colon. Speaking of which, I've noticed that Taco Tuesday is always followed by Bloated Wednesday. That's things I've noticed.
These things I've noticed. These things I've noticed. Yeah.
That's right. Hey everybody, we love playing games here at the Mystery Hour, so we are going to play a game for you guys, and this one is called Name That Movie! That's right, it's everyone's favorite game. We have two contestants here. What is your name?
Roger.
Roger, and what is your name?
Heather.
Roger and Heather. And then we also have Hungarian pop star Bonk. He's here. So we're playing Name That Movie. So what's going to happen here is Bonk is going to read to you a movie quote, and you have to buzz in before the other person and get that movie quote correctly. How you buzz in, you may ask. You start back here, jump through the hoops, and put a pie in your own face. And that gives you the opportunity to chime in. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Not convincing. Okay, head back to your positions, right in front of the lights. Give them a hand, everybody. All right, we're going to do 3 rounds of this. I expect a fierce competition. Here we go. Bonk, read the first quote.
E.T. phone home.
All right, so you get to answer, Roger.
E.T.
E.T. is correct. All right, round 2. Head on back, round 2. Just realize this game does not incentivize you to buzz in. All right, here we go. There's the next pie. A little bit of hustle here, guys. Bonk, read that quote.
Hasta la vista, baby.
This is not how this is supposed to go. What is the name of that? You don't get an answer. What is the name of that movie?
I don't even know right now.
Sorry, Terminator. All right, last round. These guys are just surviving. Head on back. I've never seen contestants hate this more. She's holding the plates. Okay. This is a game built on chaos that has gotten more chaotic. All right, Bonk, read that quote.
I am king of world. I am king of the world.
It's the game where nobody wins. King of the world.
I don't know.
Do you know King of the World? Do you know where you are right now? It's Titanic. Titanic is the name of that movie. I'm not sure who wins. But the winner will declare as both of them. The winners get a hug from City Clerk Tammy Nagel. City Clerk Tammy Nagel. There it is. That's how we named that movie. We'll be back with Bill Cott. That comedy bit brought to you by Bush, Ramlow & Shore, CPAs.
Guest booking provided by Gig Salad.
All right. You didn't miss anything. Hey, we have a great guest in from out of town. We also have a great guest sponsor, MissouriTrafficTickets.com. If you get a ticket, just click it. I'm so sorry. That was me trying to be sexy. Somehow I have kids. A kid. I have a kid. And my wife's pregnant. I can't transition from that. We have a great guest tonight. You've seen him on the Wizards of Waverly Place. This Is Us, The Ringer, Trial and Error, all sorts of things. Please give it up for Bill Kotz. How are you?
Wonderful.
That's a nice, you look good.
Thank you. I got it at Burlington Coat Factory.
Oh, big spender.
Yeah, you know.
Thanks so much for coming out, and we've gotten to know each other, and so you've flown out, but also you have all kinds of roots in the area.
Oh, yeah. My wife is from the Springfield, Rogersville area. Her aunt and uncle live right nearby in Carthage, and I'm digging a mud hut 2 blocks over. I plan on coming back soon.
Coming back soon. Now,
and I'm from St. Louis.
From St.
originally.
Louis, yeah. So when we asked you to come, you're like, sure, I know that area. It's not crazy to go to the Midwest.
Plus, I knew I'd get good fried chicken here.
That's right. That's so true. So now people know you from a variety of things. What do you love to do? Like, I know you're great at characters and that sort of thing, but what really gets you excited in acting?
Well, I haven't had a chance to try as much drama as I'd like to, but recently I've had a chance to do that. This Is Us was a blessing. You know, usually I do shows that, you know, are of a comedic nature, and I do a walk-on like that, and, you know, it's funny and people forget about it the next day. Yeah. But I came out there, and with a short amount of lines, a lot of people really resonated with that.
Yeah.
So,
and can you set that up? That was, you play a mailman.
Yeah, I play a mailman. I don't know how many people watch it while streaming, so I don't want to spoil everything that happens in there for spoilers. But I play a mailman that had made a connection with one of the family members, and when it happened, like I said, I thought it was just going to be one of those things where you come on, people see you, and it's kind of took a life of its own. There's a lot of people that started, you know, sending out stuff about how I made them tomato face, red, ugly cry, and some things like that. And a lot of mailmen who actually form these relationships with the families, the people on their routes, and the people who have had them to their funeral, or they've been to their mailman's funeral. Yeah. These really deep connections. This woman, Catherine Hansen, wrote an article about it, and it got elevated to Huffington Post. Yeah. And she was able to, because she was talking about the relationship she had with her family's mailman, and then they wound up reconnecting because he heard about the article. And so that brought them together. So.
But I imagine that's part of what's fun, that you could discover that world of relationships with mailmen, and then also like The Ringer, like you discovered the world of Special Olympics. And that's really neat.
I had worked with people with developmental disabilities before that, but when I did that movie, it's like I didn't know how widespread Special Olympics was, and how many people are affected by it, and the sorts of things that it provides for people, that I was like, yeah, it's awesome that, you know, that people are able to compete and push themselves, but just like the social interaction that people might not get otherwise. So whatever I can be a part of that kind of like breaks open a new world for me is kind of fun.
Yeah, and
I love fart jokes.
but it also like humanizes, like your job in part is humanizing other people that might not get that way, and fart jokes.
Yes, which humanizes us all.
But one thing I like about you is just silliness. Would you say?
Thank you.
Like, I think that.
One thing I like about you is your haircut.
Thank you. One thing I like about you is your teeth. Great teeth.
One thing I like about you is your pocket square.
Oh, one thing I like about you is that you play along.
And I like your microphone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Old school.
It is. It doesn't work. We put a cord on it to pretend like it does, but it doesn't.
You can skip rope with the cord.
Yeah. Now, but you have a great background in improv.
Yeah, studied in Chicago at Second City, performed at Comedy Sports and Improv Olympic and
Yeah. And you, there's this, and maybe this is only true for comedy nerds. I'm not sure. You can tell me more.
Yeah.
But you were a part of the Dana Carvey show.
Yes.
Which was short-lived, but known for having great cast and great writers.
Yeah.
Who else was involved in that?
Louis C.K. was the head writer. The exec producer was Robert Smigel, who does Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. Charlie Kaufman was one of the writers. Dino Stamatopoulos, a lot of people know him as Starburns from Community.
Oh, yeah.
He's a tremendously talented writer, too. And of course, Dana. You know, I was able to work with somebody that I had looked up to. I had a church lady poster in my dorm room in college, and to be able to work with that guy, that was something pretty amazing.
Yeah. So, but then it ends up being short-lived, like kind of one of those critically acclaimed, but couldn't get its
everybody
footing.
had great hopes for it. There were people who worked on the crew. One of the guys, Jackie, who was one of the makeup artists, he had been like in the original, he was like one of the makeup guys for the original SNL, and you know, he's like motorcycle buddies with Dan Aykroyd and stuff, and he's like, oh, amazing things are gonna happen with this show, and you know, everybody was really excited about what could happen, and 6 weeks later, I was out of money and in New York.
That's the reality a lot of people don't see, is that you jump into uncertainty, and people outside of your control decide whether what you do continues.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
Well, budgeting for one.
Yeah.
That helps. And also, Bryan Cranston said this recently, and it kind of resonated with me. You have to go in there as like, that's your opportunity to act that day. When you go in there, not I'm gonna try to get this job, but I get to play this new character today.
Okay.
And you know, when I walk in there, I take it as, okay, I'm gonna try to make these 5 people laugh, or in some cases cry.
Yeah.
And then I walk out, and I get to go have a turkey burger and a pineapple banana shake.
That's very...
I treat myself, small treats. Small treats.
That's very specific.
Yeah, well, there's this restaurant that's right near Paramount Studios in LA, right off of Melrose, so I always try to go there if I'm in that area and kind of have a little
get
treat.
Exactly that?
Zucchini sticks, you know.
This is an advertisement for a vague restaurant on Melrose.
Can I say it on
Yes,
there? I already said the Coke Factory, so yeah, Astro Burger. It's
Astro Burger.
awesome, yeah, if you're ever in LA, right on Melrose.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're plugging a restaurant in LA. I love it.
Can I also talk about, there's a great pancake house that I don't.
Well, we appreciate you coming out here, enjoying the fried chicken, and
Yes.
and then being here, we get to enjoy you. So we really appreciate it. Bill Cott, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with the Norman Jackson Band.
Guest travel and accommodations provided by Hotel Vandervoort.
Pittsburg hotel accommodations provided by Lamplighter Inn.
Musical guest brought to you by Bryan Properties.
Welcome back, everybody. We have awesome musical guests. You're going to love them. Please give it up for the Norman Jackson Band.
My grandmama used to say, I know when it's gonna rain. My grandmama used to tell me, I know when it's gonna rain. She told me I can feel it deep down My grandmama used to tell me, I know when it's gonna rain. She said, I feel it deep down in my soul. She said, when a storm is coming through, my arthritis starts bothering me. Lord, when a storm is coming through, yeah, my arthritis is bothering me. That's the same way I feel every time you lie to me. Every time you lie to me, baby, I can feel it deep down inside. Nobody got to say a thing. I know it deep down inside of me. Every time you lie to me, baby, I feel it down in my soul.
If that feels good to you.
My grandmama used to say, I know when it's gonna rain, yeah. I can feel it down in my soul. My grandmama used to say, I know when it's gonna rain, yeah.
Great job. Norman Jackson Band. Bill Cott, that was fun. Thank you, Pittsburgh.
Cast and crew catering provided by Chicken Annie's and Chicken Mary's.